What's happening, folks? Back with another reaction, back with some more of The Cure, and more from 17 Seconds, their second studio album, 1980, as Luca sits perfectly in the way here. And the next track is In Your House, which is very clear descriptively. The significance of being in someone's house could be interpersonal in an intimate sense, it could be interpersonal in a social sense, it could have significance in regard to the house itself, the environs, if you will. Either way, it feels like one aspect to a story because what happens between people, as indicated by the first two possibilities I thought of, will of course explain further what the relevance is. So let's see what I can pick up on a first listen and whether Luca will in fact bite my feet as we listen. This is The Cure, the track is In Your House, and it's from their 1980 album 17 Seconds. That bass coming in. Fascinating. A haunted tune, which I don't know if that was perhaps a suggestion that the house is being haunted maybe by the narrator, but the idea of, what was it, chasing time and the hours go so slow, and then he's drowning light in your house, and what was it, struggling to oh, there was something about swimming in the light, presumably drowning light and swimming. Obviously, it could be a play on words. But yeah, it felt like a very minimal, down-tempo, melancholic, maybe even dissonant tune by the end. There was a bit of dissonance in the melodic line. And yeah, it felt like a heavy song thematically, and while sonically it wasn't necessarily big and powerful in a heavy sense, lots of low-end sound. There certainly was that deep bass line that came in a moment after it began. Those wind flourishes that would sort of kick up from time to time, including on a couple occasions when the sonics did seem to get a bit fuller and louder. I enjoyed that element, and it, again, perhaps spoke to some spirit in the house, whether that's the narrator or literally just a rush of wind. But if the house is empty, it sounds like there's an absence of regular life, of human activity in a corporeal, blood and bone type of body sense. So again, I don't know if it's haunted in a literal way, but it definitely felt like a bit of a ghostly tune sonically and thematically. So yeah, definitely a slower one among the tunes I've heard from them so far. A melancholic one, which feels like that does fit in with a lot of the tracks I've heard, which even when they're about concepts that can be positive and rosy, like relationships, it still seems like there's typically some form of problem or melancholy or discordance, and this one fit in with that, even if sonically it was a bit different. So yeah, ultimately enjoying this second record already. Looking forward to hearing the evolution of their sound. Again, I've noticed maybe a bit of a difference between the first few tracks on the first album and the first few tracks on this album, but ultimately, still coming to learn their early sound overall, and knowing that there's many more albums ahead. It'll be interesting to chart as I can. Do let me know what you think of this one, and I will see you next time. Peace.